the woman that the Lord has shown great mercy. I've come to return all the glory back to this amazing God. A little backstory: it all started in December 2023 when I noticed a lump on my right breast. So I went to the hospital. I had mammogram done, had ultrasound done, everything pointing towards cancer. And then the doctor said that, oh, we have to do one more thing, a biopsy, so that it can enable him just give me an official diagnosis, and then he can start treatments. My whole world shattered, but then I came back to the altar. I kept on praying, believing God, begging God to put my word in the mouth of his servant. And then, as God may have it, Pastor Jerry mentioned it: breast cancer be reversed, breast cancer be reversed.
The help of the Lord is visiting women with breast cancer. Women with breast cancer.
I held on to that word with my life. So during the 4 weeks wait, while we were waiting for the biopsy result to come out, I would go to the pathology, I would pray in tongues there, I would declare that breast cancer has been cancelled and therefore nothing will be found. And as God may have it, that was it. And then in February 2024, when I went to see the consultant again for review, he examined me. The lump was there, massive, the lump was there. And then he looked at me, expecting me to say the worst had happened. But then, because I know the word has already gone forth, I wasn't scared anymore, I wasn't worried. And then the consultant said to me, well, I don't understand. Your biopsy results came out negative, no malignancy, no cancer cells. And then he was like, okay, congratulations. But then he said, oh, wait a minute, let me call a more senior consultant, which he did. And that senior consultant, he examined me again and he looked at the results. He said, no. He said, this can't be. He said, she has cancer. This can't be. This woman has cancer. So, and then I rejected it and I said, no, is this not a result from a biopsy that had been carried out already? Was this an error? Definitely not. So I did not expect him to understand what was going on, because of course error had already gone ahead. And then he said so I asked him, I said, please give me my results because I need it. So it was like, what do you need it for? I said, I need it to go and testify. He said, what are you talking about? He said, oh, well, I know your type. I give you 6 months and you are going to return back. You are going to return back here. I've seen many of you. That got to me. And I told him that the only thing that will make me come back here again is when I am coming to have my baby. And then one morning when I was having my bath, subconsciously, I didn't know what happened. As I was having my bath, all of a sudden I just noticed that zero lump, nothing, no trace. It was like it's never wasn't there at all. And that was how error cleared it. So as I was getting ready to testify, then I remember that, oh, that consultant, he dared me. He said I shouldn't bother to go and conceive because I am not going to make it alive. And then I told my husband, let's believe God and then let's get onto it. And then, as God may have it, we attended the NSPPD UK conference 2024. So that was my major prayer request. And as God may have it, Eroy handled it earlier than expected. I took in, got pregnant. Pregnancy journey was something else again. There was a lot: gestational diabetes, fibroids, iron deficiency. That even on the day of the delivery, there were nearly 10 consultants on ground, all waiting for the worst to happen. And then after my baby, if they even also said that my baby's stomach, was swollen, and my baby's stomach was all manner of negative reports, but I kept cancelling it because the word had already gone ahead for me, because Pastor Jerry had already mentioned that no pregnant woman here will die in a pregnancy and no pregnant woman will lose her baby. So I already had my conviction and I wasn't worried. All through the period of the delivery, my husband had NSPPD playing on the background for me. So I was on the altar whilst having my baby. And then when my baby came out, they looked at the baby, and one of the consultants asked, so how is the tummy of the baby? Perfect, not swollen. And then another one asked, so how is she doing? Is she bleeding? Zero bleeding. The other one asked, so what about her ovaries? Perfect. The other one asked, oh, what about the fibroids? Zero fibroids. We could not find any fibroids in her system. That was how Eroy, one after the other, yanked off every negative report that the doctors had. I think that was not enough. On the 29th of April 2025, we went for a baby's circumcision, and then when the consultant opened him up, he just said, I know he won't be able to continue with the procedure. He diagnosed my son of something called penile torsion, which means that the penis is tilted 90 degrees. It's not straight. And then he said that my son would need a surgery to correct it first, to straighten the penis before he can have the circumcision done. I was like, ah. And then I can't remember which of the days, but Pastor Jerry gave a word. He said, before the 10th of May, the Lord will give you your evidence.
Are you ready to release your faith? Are you ready to release your faith? Shall May, before the 10th of May, I carry my evidence. Before the 10th of May, I carry my evidence.
I held on to that word, that God was going to reverse this whole penile torsion situation for my son. On the 4th of May 2025, the Sunday service, during the second service, Pastor Jerry said, I don't know who you are, but your second son has been giving you cause to worry. I command it to be reversed.
I don't know who you are, but your second son have been giving you a cause for worry. By the power that raised Jesus from the dead, let the hand of the Lord bring a reversal.
I shouted, because how can Roy just grab me by the hand like that? Because that was my word. I needed to hear that. And when I heard that word, it was settled for me. I kept on listening to that clip, kept on praying with it. And then we booked an appointment, of course, with this referral to see the GP. And then when we got there, Pastor Jerry, we opened him up. When the doctor saw him, he said, why have you brought this baby to me? He said, I can't see anything wrong with his penis. As far as I'm concerned, it is straight. He said, look, madam, if you have come to tell me that your son has fever or your son is sick of anything else, I will treat him. But if you have come to me because of his penis, he is perfect. There is nothing wrong with what I am saying here. He said, oh, you come and look at it yourself. There is nothing wrong with him. Please go ahead with the circumcision. So when he said that, we happily packed our bags and we left. So we booked another circumcision appointment again. Yet again, when we arrived at that appointment, and then when the surgeon opened him up, he just said, oh, we are good to go. Oh, we are good to go. And that was it. And the second he tore the foreskin, Pastor Jerry, what came out? Straight, perfect, nothing missing, nothing broken. In less than 2 minutes, whilst I was just there speaking in tongues, you know, Lord, no pre or post complications or whatever. In less than 2 minutes, I just heard, all done, I'm finished. And that was how Roy reversed it. Pastor Jerry, here is my evidence. This is baby Orishemi-san. God is good. No surgery required before he had the circumcision done. What God cannot do does not exist. What Roy cannot do does not exist. Pastor Jerry, I join the millions of soldiers you're raising all over the world to add my voice to say that the oil on your head will never run dry.